bet you thought that I would lay down and die. Whoa, no. Demon fangs spitting in my cup all night long. Will your tongue at my throne of power? Oh no. I never for a second thought that I was dead. Oh no. I never for a second let you into my head. Oh no. I'll take a bow and I'll show you how to survive. I bet you die, you were the love of my life. Whoa, no. I bet you thought that I would lay down and die. Whoa, no. I bet you thought that I would lose my mind. Oh no. I bet you thought that I'd give up tonight. Oh no. Bleeding knees, but honey, I can still cry. Oh yeah. I'm going crazy to get out of this. Oh yeah. I'll take a bow and I'll show you how to survive. I bet you die, you were the love of my life. Whoa, no. I bet you thought that I would lay down and die. Whoa, no. Now can I get away from the pain when I baby? I never get away, get away. Why? Now can I get away from the pain when I baby? I never get away, get away. I'll take a bow and I'll show you how to survive. I bet you die, you were the love of my life. Whoa, no. I bet you thought that I would lay down and die. Oh no, yeah.
If you try to shut us down, we'll show you just how we get down. And just to even up the score, we're coming kicking down your door.
Y'all never played fair, so tell me why now should we care? Queen Bee told y'all a long time ago that we run the atmosphere. Did we build it? Do we own it? We even in the studios running playback. Shout out to Airman Sally, the young guard, to all the G's like us. Yeah, we go hard. See, this is how we feel to be a champion. We might fall down, but we never run. You wouldn't need it if you knew what we overcome. Do you know all the we gotta overcome? But they ain't stopping nothing. Me and my girls on top, straight stunting. And we abide by a real strict code. Hands off my ex and homies over.
If you try to shut us down, we'll show you just how we get down. And just to even up the score, we're coming kicking down your door.
We play our way.
Would rather be me.
Do work all day.
We don't see defeat.
Can we fly that? Can we buy that? We even run a full court, make it stack. Shout out to Maya Moore, the young guard, to all the girls like us. Yeah, we go hard. See, this is how it feel to be a champion. We might fall down, but we never run. So proud of that we overcome. Do you know we gotta overcome? We bow down to none. I wanna hail out all my day ones. Time really does fly when you're having fun, but the party don't stop till we staring down the sun.
Try to shut us down. We'll show you just how we get down. And just to even up the score, we're coming kicking down your door. If you try to shut us down,
We set the roof on fire. 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 We set the
Hello, everybody. I'm Larry Ridley. You're tuned in to the NFL on EA Sports. With the season winding down, thoughts are already beginning to turn to the playoffs. But you gotta play it out to the end. So these guys will need to keep the focus on this game and not start looking ahead to the postseason. It's the Dolphins going up against the Ravens. Set for the call of this Week 15 matchup, here are Brandon Gotton and Charles Davis.
Larry, we are coming to you from the heart of Baltimore, nestled between Russell Street and I-395. We're at M&T Bank Stadium. Today, we're set for a good AFC matchup between the Miami Dolphins and the Baltimore Ravens. And the kicker commits the kicker's cardinal sin. He kicks it out of bounds. In motion comes the tight end left. They'll run it now out of the gun. And some room to maneuver. And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. And a look at the offense that is hoping to put some points up in bunches here in this one. Seven yards to go on second down. So a defensive brain lapse there and an encroachment penalty.
Sometimes when you don't watch the football and make sure that it's snapped, you're watching the offensive player, and they can influence you occasionally and look like they're getting ready to move, and the officials don't detect it.
Just 2 yards to go here on second down for the offense.
Here we go.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. And here are the Raven defensive starters.
Timmy Jernigan, play him over the nose, play him a defensive tackle, bounce him out to defensive end. Wherever you want to put him, Timmy Jernigan can play.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's got the first down before being taken down at the 46. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue.
I don't know about you, but that almost felt like old-time football there. 3rd and 2 is not necessarily just a running down anymore. A lot of times they want to throw the ball. They went back to the roots and powered forward and got the first down.
So they pick up the first down after the run, and now they approach for the fresh set. They go play action here on first down. He's got time in the pocket. And he fires one that's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. They told us repeatedly earlier in the week in our meetings, we need some plays from our defense here on the road early. They got one.
And don't think they were above all week long pointing out to their defense that the other defense is rated higher than them. You going to let that happen, guys? Is that how we're going to play? And they responded to the challenge.
They come up in an offset eye. On the ground, this is Derrick Henry. And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
Well, on that play, the expression, don't blink, you might miss something, certainly applied. That was fast. Defense diagnosed the play, and it was over in a heartbeat.
They'll run it again with Henry. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up third.
2 plays in a row, the defense won, stacking up the running game. They've got to feel good about themselves, but something has to be in the back of their minds. Are we being set up for something big? They've got to be careful.
Looking middle, and that's complete. They'll get 10 there, but it leaves them just short for fourth down. And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on fourth down, and they're going to go for it. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on fourth down, and they're going to go for it. They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. And he will find his man on the outside. Call it a gain of 3. And they're able to pick up the conversion here on fourth down. I don't know if I agree with that. I guess they don't care if I agree with that. Boy, you have to be surprised by that, right?
I definitely was surprised that they decided to go for it in this situation. But they must have either felt like they either had a great play call on or they're trying to show extreme confidence.
And he gets this one all the way down inside the 15.
Coaches really don't care from what position they get this. But run after the catch ability, rack ability, is often the difference between winning and losing and changing field position.
Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And they'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Rashad Perriman with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Ravens have taken the early lead. Now the try here for the extra point. And his kick is no good. An inauspicious start here kicking-wise as this one stays a 6-0 game. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Short kick here, fielded about the 17. And a nice return sets them up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. The Dolphins offense now working their way back onto the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. A gain of 4 on the play, and it'll be a second down.
I'm going to show my age here a little bit. We used to talk about running backs catching the ball as safety valves. Nowadays, they're a big part of the passing offense.
Quit acting like you're so old. You're only 65. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And his throw is going to be incomplete. And you as a former defender should know that the referees are watching this closely, defensive holder.
They watch it awfully closely. I sure wish they'd let it be 5.5 yards like they do for the offensive guys. But in this case, they were strict with the rule.
First down, he'll drop to throw it. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. A gain of 6 there on first.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
completed pass play. Now let's see if they go back to the air or to the ground. And now the Ravens are going to take another timeout. And that's their second charge timeout here in this first quarter. They're down to 1 remaining. Gun. They'll look to throw. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. And he's brought down. They give him 17 yards that time as that'll move the chains.
Some think that teams really won't throw a slant route unless you have a receiver that has a lot of stature to him. But sometimes the little guys, they get lost in there. People can't really locate them, and they run that quick cut on the slant, and oftentimes they can turn it into big plays.
And he'll give it here to his running back. Fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field and it's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch it.
And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. And my goodness, they're now out of timeouts here in this first quarter. So 3rd down. They need to get to the 28 for a first. And the tight end goes in motion left. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And the return will stop right around the 25. The Ravens offense now, they get set to head back on the field. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Give them 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Second quarter now. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis with you. It's the Ravens who have the football. They face a 2nd and 7 to start things out. Again, it's Henry. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. Boy, that's a lot of sirloin steak to be taken down for no gain, partner.
Are you trying to suggest that he is a huge man?
He is
not just a big man, a huge man.
Big boy.
Well, how about the credit then for the defense to be able to chop that big tree and put him on the ground?
I know back when you played, it took 4 of you to take a guy like that down, right?
Yeah, that's for sure. And you know what else? I didn't want to challenge him at dinner either.
They're going to try and throw. And this is incomplete. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Dolphins get the football in great field position. Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over. And 2 interceptions thrown here in this first half. You hear it, no matter the sport, they say the great athletes, they can kind of have a short-term memory. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And it's picked up by the Ravens. And his crew will take over at their own 45-yard line. And now here come the Ravens. And this offense last time turned it over, went for it on 4th, didn't get it. They're lucky, though, because no points against the team on them. Now the Dolphins are going to halt the action here. It's a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. fake here on first down. Wide open receiver complete. All week in practice, they stress grounding, pounding the football, and they really executed it well there to get the first down.
That usually means getting back to being physical in practice, because when you emphasize pounding the football, it doesn't really come together unless you practice it the same way you're going to play it in the game. That means more bodies, more pads, and a whole lot of popping last week, and they got it done in the game.
And they're 6 yards away from picking up the first here on second down.
Everyone's got four down. Hurry up, here we go. 3-19. 3-19. No. Watch him now, Barney. Watch him now, Barney.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And he gets it down to the 32. It'll be a 2-yard gain, and that'll bring up a third down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. Out of the gun now on third down. Throw right side, complete to Williams. It goes as a gain of 6, and it's a first down.
He went full scale, loose, flexible, finding a way to catch the ball in some traffic for a key first down.
Yeah, really a nice job of adjusting to the ball in the air. Not the most accurate of throws, but able to adjust and make the grab. On first down, he'll drop to throw. Oh, he had 6 points in his hands there. Couldn't hang on. Second down.
After all the preparation, all the practice, a play like that will absolutely break your heart. They had everything they wanted, just unable to complete it. In the end zone, a big-time drop.
He'll try again with the arm here on second down. And it's incomplete. He was looking for Dante Moncrief that time. And it'll bring up third down.
It's a tried-and-true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. Again, he'll drop to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. They'll break the huddle here and go for it. This is fourth down. They'll look to throw again. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. The Ravens go for it, but come up empty. And the Dolphins' defense is able to hold. And the Dolphins' offense now ready to go back out on the field. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it again.
You nailed every part of what was frustrating. Down on the scoreboard, had a drive going, and pushed it past the 50-yard line so they felt they were in striking distance. And to come away with nothing, not a good feeling at all, to put it mildly. Now they can't afford to do that again.
And now can they get that bad taste out of their mouth here?
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
So incomplete on first. Let's see what second down has in store. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. And second and 10, he'll look to throw again. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. 23 yards on the play. Two minutes remain here in the first half. We're back to Baltimore after this. Fresh set of downs here.
Let's go.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. He's got his man on the crossing route. A good pickup there at 22. So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels. They'll put 2 receivers left, 2 to the right. They'll look to throw now on first down. And he finds a man with a crossing route. And he'll be out of bounds all the way down at the 5-yard line. A big play there for the Dolphins. 33 yards.
Similar to a slant, it's all about timing when you're throwing a crossing route. Quarterback and receiver have to be in sync, and when they put it on them just right and catch it full speed, running through a defense, can often result in a big pickup of yardage.
So after that big gain, let's see what else the offense has up its sleeve. In motion, the tight end. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll keep working toward that end zone as he's down to about the 2-yard line. Give him 3 on the gain there. 2nd and goal.
Well, he did get a taste the previous week. He got into the end zone trying his best to get there in this game. So far, he's been denied.
Second and goal from the 2-yard line. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he is in. Touchdown, Miami. A great effort there. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Dolphins have tied it. Now they can take the lead with the extra point. And that one will give them the lead here as we approach halftime. Franks now on to kick it away after the touchdown. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
Now a play fake here on first down. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. And that right there will set him back a bit on the offensive holding penalty.
And you know who you want to pressure after a penalty like that? The guy who just committed the foul. You want to see if he's going to keep his head down or if he's going to get his head right back into the game. I'd send a blitz at him right away and see if he holds up.
Here we go. Green 39.
He'll drop to throw. Completes it to Moncrief left side. And they're able to bring him down at the 20. It'll be a gain of 6, and that's going to make it 2nd and 14. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. They'll look to throw. Going up top. And that is incomplete. So 17 seconds now on the clock here.
On every offensive coordinator, every play caller sheet, they have about 5 or 6 plays per game that they call shot plays or big plays, and you don't get many opportunities to dial them up, and they just did, and they drop it with a great chance to make a big play. That's going to hurt.
And they'll add a DB in the secondary here on 3rd and 14. Quick hitter here, it's complete. Shrugs the tackle.
Nice.
They pick up 10, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. Now the Dolphins are going to take another timeout here. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Now the longtime Raven punter, Sam Cook, on to punt it away. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. This is taken at the 18. So we're at halftime with our score 7-6. And now, due to apparent time constraints, we fast forward to the beginning of the second half. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Out come the Ravens now. They'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line. A look at the offense now here, coming back out on the road for their first possession of the second half. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
And it takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited them the last time out. Let's see if they can come back and put together a...
And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Their dangerous wide receiver ties LT with his 31st touchdown of the year. And thanks to the interception, the Dolphins offense cashes in with 6. Franks now on to kick it away after the touchdown. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. And the Ravens taking the field. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. They're going to hurry back to the line now. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete. So incomplete on second down. Now they'll look to convert here on third. They'll try to run for the first with Henry. And he's got a first down as he's up to the 48. It's a pickup of 15 and a fresh set of downs. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up.
Give them a lot of credit. They ended up running the ball on a key third down situation. They were staring 3 and out in the face and found a way to flip the script and keep the ball moving on offense. He decided to run a hitch route. It really helped to have a guy who can turn it loose. And, boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
They'll bring one of the tight ends in motion left. On second down, here's Henry. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. 2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a third and about 4 for a first. And they're going to speed things up here. Now back to throw. He rifles one that's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line. So now here come the Dolphins. And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it. They may have to make a few additional changes along the way because I'm sure the defense will make some adjustments, but they've got to have great confidence having scored the last time out.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. It'll be a loss of 10. And it'll bring up second.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
They'll come out in the pistol. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. To the sideline, and that is a heck of a catch as he was able to get both feet in.
Let's make this one simple. What a catch, especially the finishing part of getting his feet in bounds, toe tapping, and, of course, foot dragging.
Little tapestry, if you will.
Oh, I like it.
Well, they get the completed pass, but still have more to go here on third down. They come up in an empty set. 4 wide receivers, 1 tight end, and the wide out in motion. Play clock winding down. They're going to look to throw. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. A great read, and it's picked off. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. Here comes the Raven offense now, ready for another possession. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
A gain of 3, second down.
Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. Henry, the lone man in the backfield. Back to throw. Quick throw that's complete on the inside slant. It goes as a gain of 8 that moves the chains. And the offense moving quickly to the line.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and get the quarterback a really nice target.
See if they stay on the ground for second down. They'll set up to throw. Moncrief brings it in. And he's going to go out of bounds at the 30-yard line. And give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or...
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
All right, here we go. Blue line it. Blue line.
Now a play fake here on first down. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back, because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Let's go.
Back to throw here. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
I've become a firm believer over the years that many drops happen before the ball's even snapped. When you call a wide receiver screen, as we saw there, I know these guys really well. They're thinking about that play going to the end zone, and sometimes they forget to catch the football first.
And this is going to be incomplete. The tight end, Max Williams, the intended receiver. And that brings up fourth down. Now, whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. Oh, boy, he fielded it right on the goal line. Back now in Baltimore. And they'll send the slot in motion left. They go back to the air here after the INT. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. That one goes for 24 yards. Well, even after all those interceptions, he's not deterred, still confident to go deep at work there.
I think all the old rules about playing that position still apply. If things go wrong, you still act like you're the best player out on the field. You still carry that supreme arrogance with you and continue to fire the ball. I've seen guys have games like this, and this is where you find out if you're great or not. Can you overcome some interceptions and still lead your team to victory?
That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down. And now they're in the hurry-up.
Let's go! Brad 38! Brad 38! Flex round! Flex round! Ohio!
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. It's complete to Parker, left side. And he's taken down, but not before getting this across midfield and just shy of the 40.
I know exactly what's going to be said about that play from the defensive perspective.
What's that?
That's why I tell all you guys we need more than one tackler to the ball. He broke the first tackle. Luckily enough, there were more people there to get him down.
So the offense has it 1st and 10. They'll send a receiver here in motion right. On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. And this is incomplete. They'll run it now out of the gun. Not much there, maybe a couple as he's taken down at the 40. And in this situation with a lead 4th quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
On play action, they'll throw. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And this would have been intercepted if he could have gotten the feet in. Instead, it's incomplete. Boy, that really could have turned this one upside down.
One thing I know from experience is that when the deep ball is thrown and you're the defender, you've got to fight that little bit of panic that emerges. You've got to play the ball really well. It's a 50-50 jump ball play. And guess what? They took a shot. How are you going to win it? And in this case, they managed to get it done.
And that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback. The Ravens offense now, they get set and head back onto the field. And last time out, they had to punt the football away. Anything positive possibly to take from that?
There always is when you're punting the football away. It doesn't sound like it because you're giving it up, but you've avoided a mistake.
At least you didn't turn it over.
You didn't turn it over, right? You're giving your defense a chance because you're punting the ball away, and they're set to go on the field as opposed to sudden change after a turnover. And wow, now we got to go out there and stop people. So, yeah, there's always something positive to be gained from it. One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had the fly, just sending a guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route. They went for the guy on the fly, but as you said, incomplete. 5 yards on the pickup, and that's going to bring up a third down. And quickly, they get to the line. Out of the gun now on third down. Throw right side, complete to Williams. It'll be a gain of 4. 1 score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on fourth down.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. The offense here not budging. They're going to fight for it on 4th and inches.
All right, here we go.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And no, it's incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Dolphins get the football in great field position. And now the Ravens are going to take another timeout. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. And they'll start this drive with very good field position.
Here we go.
That one looks like he'll throw here. This will be caught inside the 10. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Their big-bodied receiver standing alone with a new NFL record 32nd touchdown. And that will make this a 16-point lead. And the Dolphins are able to grow their lead. Frank's now on to kick it away after the touchdown. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. Now the Baltimore offense heading back out onto the field. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned it to 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence. Now that play will end up on the highlights, and you'll see it all over the place, but what you won't see, the offensive line that got the extra time, that allowed for the big completion downfield, those guys made that play possible.
A good pickup there, 8 yards on the first down completion.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks.
Not too many more ideal situations at 2nd and 2 in order to try and pick up a first down. They ran it and picked it up.
Henry, the lone man in the backfield.
Watching now, Barney. Now let's go. 3-19. Leopard.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
We just saw another example of really good defensive football, which has led to the cushion that they have in this game. Got to him once again, knocked him on the ground, forced an incompletion.
Yeah, they've set the tone. It's one thing to set the tone, another to come in here on the road and set the tone. Derrick Henry. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. Back-to-back stops make it 3rd and 10. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Blitz coming, and down he goes. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Well, this has been a pretty sizable drive. They've had some success. Finally, the defensive coordinator found some success of his own.
I think he just simply said enough of that. Okay, they've moved the ball well. We need to force the issue from our end, and that's exactly what he did.
And out come the Dolphins now. Only one timeout defensively, so this should just be a simple kneel down.
I agree totally. I looked at my time management chart. It says take a knee, victory formation. They just have one timeout left, and that should be all she wrote.
By the way, it's a good thing you can read that because nobody else can.
Not with my chicken scratch, not at all.
Flex round, let's go. Flex round, flex round. Flex round, flex round. Flex round, flex round. Flex round, flex round.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. He's got time. He's going to loft one deep over the middle. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
They decided to air it out a little bit on that play, take a shot downfield, but the coverage was really nice. Able to get a hand in and tip it away.
Hey, you got three. Three down.
Victory very likely now for the Dolphins as they take a knee here. A road win in the National Football League. Charles, you never take that for granted no matter who you're playing, no matter where you're playing.
You take it and you run with it. And you know you primed the pump all week in your own home facility. No one thinks we can do this. Only people who believe are right here in this room. And then you go on the road, band together, and get it done.
So for Miami, the win will be number 11 for them on the year. And they'll return home next week to take on the Cincinnati Bengals. Meanwhile, for the Ravens, their playoff hopes take a hit as they drop to 7-7. And they'll try to get back on the beam next week as they'll head to Cleveland to take on the Browns.